Here comes your first buddy now.
What's up, guys?
Whoa, Chief. I thought you watch where you're walking in.
You pay attention to where you're
Standing,
standing,
asshole. I like to watch where you're standing, asshole. Hi, Cord. You know, Cord, you always know what to say. You always know what to say to cheer me up. What you been up to, buddy? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a hot minute. I know you've been in here, but I feel like we just haven't talked. You know, man to man.
I did it. I made it to 16 months. This has been so grueling. Imagine watching a noodle-armed man fumble his way through games and not eating enough paint to satisfy you.
Listen, man, I know that there are relationships out there where you can be more satisfied. I wouldn't necessarily blame you for going to find one of those, okay? That's okay. You know, sometimes two people just can't live in the same household, you know? Two guys. Two dudes. You're not even coming to my house tomorrow, Mike. What do I care? What do I care about what you think? This has been so grueling. Oh, God, it's so bad. It's such a terrible time to be alive. I think we're literally just going to build the entire street. I have so many things that need to be built. It's literally driving me crazy.
That *TCH went live and I missed it.
I'm using the wrong mic? Okay. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, that should fix it. I just went live. Like, literally, like, I've been on for 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Near an open gas valve. I'm huffing the fumes, Cord. Oh, yeah. I love radon. I'm a crazed psychopath. I got an MRI plan and my great aunt just entered hospice, so hectic week for coming over. I mean, listen, man. I didn't ask why you didn't come over. I was just saying that you weren't coming over. Well, let's just analyze the situation here for a second, Mike. You came in hot. I didn't. And then as soon as I defend myself, you're like, well, hold on a second. Well, I have these extenuating circumstances. You came in hot, not me. I was just sitting here. How about you watch where you're walking, asshole? It's like, jeez. Sheesh. Don't heckle me. Don't heckle me after I tell you that. I'm not butthurt. I was just defending myself. Listen, I can be defensive every once in a while. He's bummed. I am bummed he can't make it. I'm going to have to tell Scott. I'm going to have to go buy him a sledgehammer just for him to feel better. Scott loves sledgehammers. He did. That's right. I did talk about it. And I was like, babe, he's not coming. Did. Bab.
You are a sledgehammer tease.
That's what I'm calling
That's
John.
what I am
No.
calling John Twitch.
No.
I want back those 16 months of subscription.
That's not how this works.
This is the final straw, mister. I am still using the mic that sounds like I am in the hallway.
What? What? Oh, God. God diggity dang.
You know, maybe it's because now that there's multiple people doing... You're an open gas valve. Now that there's so many more people messing around with the Twitch, is messing with my settings. It's a terrible time to be alive. Terrible time. There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Bow, bow. Playing on the streamers. Yeah, okay. Well, since you gave me permission, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change to a terrier right here.
You know,
Enough. Sure, leave. Enough. Sure, leave.
Yeah, I
Can't pretend to know what you're going through right now, but
You let go, okay?
thank you.
Thank you. If you need anything, you know who to look to.
Somebody else.
Someone else.
So tomorrow, I'm hoping that I can make a couple more redeems for the channel. Tomorrow is either going to be like really crazy busy because I'm trying to. I got a lot of like business stuff I got to take care of, business for the Cairo thing, or it's literally going to be me calling people and them saying, "Okay, hey, how about in 3 days? We'll do something in 3 days," which I suspect is going to be the case. I gotta call the accountant guy. I gotta hopefully figure out what the heck is happening with this whole lease thing. So I'm either gonna be like on the phone 90% of tomorrow, or I'm just gonna kind of be sitting around doing a lot, doing like house stuff. So if anybody has a $250,000 just laying around, that'd be stellar. Stellar McGeller. I'd really appreciate that. If I could just borrow that for a little while. I'll pay you back, I promise.
What this means is if you take your time and plan things out and
Multi-floors
make sure
makes
that
me-
you are set up to perform that job as flawlessly as you
Boom.
can, you're going to have a
This
much
all
better
happening
result.
now. You can't change the channel. Buy crabs. You can't buy them. Yeah, you just earn crabs. Yeah, the other streamers. I blame it on the alcohol baby. The alcohol baby. You heard that sweet ass. Yes. I can respect that. Well, that's good. Good for you, Kara. Alright, so what are we doing? We're building Hussars right now. Or actually, I'm sorry, we're not building Hussars. We're building Light
Worst thing you can do is
Dragoons.
rush through something and then take 3 times as long as you need to because you have to troubleshoot all these weird issues. And what's
'Cause
even
they're
worse
British,
than that is you end up with lingering
Who were
doubts
famous
as to
for
whether you're
not
going to
thinking.
do this good.
And just kind of running into things. Much like me.
So don't
We got a lot in common.
Take your time and really enjoy the process. as
The
much as
alcohol you
can,
don't drink.
And
Yeah.
try to make the
Yeah.
product as perfect as you
Yep.
can.
Yep.
Then you'll be able to rely
That's
on
the
this
one.
thing for years to come.
So I need 9 Light Dragoons. 9. Which, uneducated people, or excuse me, educated people would know that the word 9 in English is pronounced 9. So I need 9 of those. 9 Light Dragoons. And then you could insert the count. The count's like thing here at this point. Austerlitz. You know what, Chris? You can't talk to me about Austerlitz. You said that you don't want nothing to do with it. You've been telling me that Austerlitz for like a year, and then when it comes down to time for the rubber to hit the road, you're like, nah.
Then you'll be
Which
able
I'm
to
fine
use
with.
this thing for years to come.
That's cool. I don't blame you. That's me. That's me. I'm uneducated. No, you're not, Mike. Tomorrow, I hope to do another good organization up here. Everything.
Everything.
Every single thing I owned was in the way of the doggo.
You got enough water.
I'm sure I could use more.
I don't trust Mike.
You don't trust Mike?
That's why I grabbed it water. Did you hear Nora crying about an hour and like 30 minutes ago? Just water. But I was telling
No.
him, like, came to the stairs, like, just go up there. Just go up there. And so he came up here.
Interesting.
But he was sitting on the stairs.
No, he was in here while I was eating. Yep. He does like food. I don't trust Mika either. He seems too power hungry and greedy. He is the dark side of Arachne. Ah. You can only do it in 15mm. I have 15mm though. That's the thing. I have 15mm French. It's like technically Warlord's version of like 15. It's like technically like 18 or something. It's like some weird, slightly off number. I have a lot of it actually, quite a bit of it. We were playing General des Armées. The new edition of it actually came out. Oh God, last time me and Ron hung out was like almost 2 years ago. Wow, that was 2 years ago. Holy crap. It was good. I actually kind of liked it. I like the rule set. It was simple-ish. It was one of those things like the base of the game was good, but there was like a lot of like more confusing factors that just comes with running armies like that. It was neat. It was fun. We really enjoyed it. We just kind of separated. Just kind of drifted apart, you know. He's a busy guy with family and all that, and I'm me. So there you go. You can't blame that as your excuse there, Chris. One, two, three, four, five, 6. You want me to leave that Fort Apache at Woodbury? Yeah, that'd be perfect. I should be there Tuesday. Yeah, Blood and Plunder just got a lot more interesting. We got a fort. Actually, Kara and I were going around Woburn because they were having a like a yearly like tour of the city. Cool. Oh, shit. Seems too power creepy. And we were going over like some of the city's history, right? And like a lot, obviously Woburn is kind of tied to the Revolutionary War, and then they also, stipulated on some other stuff like the oh, thanks. I'm gonna be building mostly today, anyways. I usually do. Yeah, so like obviously Woburn has a big tie to the Revolutionary War, and so there's a lot of stuff all over the city for that kind of stuff. And we went to the first burial ground. Bring cards, and I want to work on faces again. Good for you taking that tour, a little local education. Yeah, no, I thought it was fascinating.
Because it was actual land that existed then.
Yeah, right. Thank you. And so yeah, we went on the tour, and there was a couple references to people dying in other wars, and King's Philip War was on there. And obviously, King's Philip War doesn't get like a lot of attention. I mean, like in Massachusetts, you might have heard of it. In not Massachusetts, or at least where I'm from, I didn't know what the hell it was. until I found out about it through Firelock and through Blood and Plunder, because King Philip's War is in Blood and Plunder. I did. I found some. I got enough to use. And so I don't remember where I was going with this, but yeah. I mean, I don't remember why I was bringing it up. But King's.
You didn't know about it before, but you learned about it when we moved here?
So I learned about it through Blood and Plunder. Because Fire on the Frontier. Yeah, it was very recently. So Fire on the Frontier, which is their book about like North America, includes a good chunk of stuff on King Philip, and I had never heard of him. And it didn't click to me that when they were talking, when I was reading about it, it was like, oh yeah, we're talking about Massachusetts, and then, you know, for some reason in my brain, it takes me a minute to realize it's like, oh no, they're talking about the same Massachusetts, the one that I'm like standing in like right now. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. If they mention Bedford, it's like, oh, it's like right there. I know where that is.
I live in Massachusetts, so that's understandable.
Right.
You're thinking Florida.
And so when they talk about these like things happening in the book, I was kind of like, that's kind of interesting. I'll never remember this. And so then I mentioned it to someone at our local game store, Tavis. He was going to play natives. He wanted to play King Philip. King Philip, you know, I forget his actual name. It's like Metacom or something like that. It was his like actual Native American name. I think it was Metacom, something like that. And so I was thinking to myself like, wow, it'd be really cool to explore that further, right? Because there's a lot of like, because Kara sends me videos of like, oh yeah, these places are haunted, and a lot of them have to do with King Philip's War. And I just thought it was kind of neat. I was like, oh yeah, look at that. It actually is a local thing, you know? King's Philip War is real interesting. Yeah, it is actually fairly interesting. And I think in itself, it does lead into the events of like what sort of happens in some level with like the French and Indian War, which goes into the Revolution. You know how it goes. It's like boom, 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 boom. Give me a... Oh, why? Hello, Mr. Letters. I got your message. You never did answer me. Or if you did, I definitely didn't see it. Yeah. What do you want painted? What letters do you bring from the multiverse? G, L, K, and P. No vowels. That's how it works. That's how it works with these dogs. Those are useful. I have all the cyberpunk stuff for you packed up. I will have to get the stuff for painting Doug out. Summer Slaughter's back in New Jersey. Oh, Summer Slaughter's back. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it already happened. They should probably change that. Tim. Timothy, Tim. So I'm not entirely sure where I was going with that, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting just to think about the things that happen in our games as like things that actually happen in real life, you know. It's quite humbling. Because, you know, I looked at a grave, right, today where it's like, oh yeah, this guy was killed by, you know, a Native American in the King Philip's War. Because obviously Benjamin Church was real important for that, and he's the reason, maybe more indirectly, but he's the reason that the U.S. Rangers exist, because U.S. Rangers were based on Benjamin Church's Indian Raiders, which are all playable in the game, which I think is fascinating, personally. What flavor of cops are you working on today? These are the English for... these are going to be used for Blood and Bayonets. So these are British Light Dragoons, which were kind of equivalent to Hussars, essentially. The Schultz book on that war is pretty good. English lost most of the battles, but win the war. Yeah, it's weird, right? Because the native... I mean, it was kind of like a microcosm of what happened to the natives in general. It's like the natives were probably better fighters and probably won more fights, but there's just a tidal wave of white people. And they can't keep up with them. Because white people got guns. And that gives us a bit of an advantage. And obviously the whole like just difference in opinion of like what is important in wars and stuff. Like white people were very intent on, or Europeans anyway, or colonists were very, they thought land was more important, where they were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna fight over this like hill or whatever, right? while natives are mostly just like, we're gonna fight to kind of like cause terror and kill people, and we're not all that worried about like holding ground, which I don't know. It has like different interpretations of like how that war went. The Schultz, probably some Necromuna stuff if that's cool, or Silver Bayonet. Silver Bayonet, ooh, that's fun. Squad of no more than 10 days. You see, that's doable. I love that. Silver Bayonet's such a cool. I love the idea of Silver Bayonet. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm a 95th rifle and I'm hunting a troll, a troll under a bridge, so I have a silver bullet, a silver Mimi. The Schultz book. I didn't know Schultz wrote books about wars. That'd be kind of fun to read. I finished painting the Northern Woodland tribes today, based them off the Nipmuc tribe to keep it local. You see, that's really cool. And I was even thinking, if I played natives, I would play Woodland, because I'll be honest, I have no interest in the Caribbean tribes, really, because I just don't know anything about them. I like Mystic America's version of them, because they're all, like, super fancy, and they're like, oh yeah, look at all these cool, like, fantastical things. I just don't know anything about them, but I really think that, and again, I've talked about this in Mystic America's stuff, which is going to come up later today. I think North American Native American tribes, or North American Native American tribes, that sounds really weird to say, are super fascinating. But the Caribbean ones, I'm just like, I don't know anything about them. My natives from Port, yeah, so we did get this box today, which is the Native American plastic box for Kara, who wants to play him for Port Royal, which we'll probably do a campaign on the YouTube channel. Which, I don't know if people are interested in that kind of stuff, but I figure we'll do it. Again, worst case scenario, we do it for fun, and if nobody likes it, then oh well, I guess. Thankfully, I don't really hinge a lot on that. They were heavily involved at the King Philip. I have no doubt. I feel like every tribe up here was probably involved in some way, even if they were working for the English. I doubt there were very many tribes who really actually could remain neutral. I'd be wildly shocked if that was the case. I would ask you if you'd want to play the game. You know, you could play King Philip and all that stuff, but you're just going to ignore me, so that's okay, Jay. Do whatever you gotta do. And smallpox, naturally. 10, you're the coolest. Sure, if you say so. Anyway, so I got this today. It showed up a day early, so I wasn't home when it showed up, but I did get this, which is a Mystic Earth, a Mythic Earth Western Federation starter. Because I've had a lot of people asking me to get into it, which I really wanted to get into it, and then money got real weird there for a couple months, so I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good idea. And then I got a really good deal on the starter, so the time seemed right, and I had just ignore me. Took me out of my thought process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I need one more. Ignore me. What was I saying? Oh, and I sold that MCP stuff, so I was like, you know what? Now's the time. You like watching me build? Yeah, build. Great. The thing I hate doing the most in modeling stuff. Yeah, if anybody who is not aware, I hate building models. I effing despise it. I hate it. If I ever have the option to buy models that are pre-built or like single piece, or they're only like 1 or 2 pieces, you best bet your sweet butt cheeks I'm gonna buy it over anything I gotta build myself. And everybody's like, well, Dylan, why don't you just get other people and you build your stuff? I love building models. Well, the problem is, people don't clean correctly. It's hot. Is that what it is? Is that what that is? So, like, I clean the mold lines, I do it. Maybe that's why I don't like it, is because I do it so properly. I gotta get the mold lines off, I gotta get the spurs off. I already know I'm gonna have to build these stupid natives, because I don't think Kara's gonna do it. Because they're actually a notoriously very difficult kit to build. So Kara, you need to tell me what weapons they're gonna have. Because I have a feeling you're going to look at that kit and you're going to be like, no, I'm not doing this. Great. Great. Three of the kits? I've been told that the bow arms... I've been told that the bow arms are a bit of an issue. Because you have to, like, line up the arrow in, like, 2 hands. Any kit that has a sheer surface point for the wrists is bad. I don't care what anybody says. It's not good. Malifaux used to do it a lot, and those kits were horrendously bad. Everybody agrees on that one. Anytime you have a kit where the arm, like the wrist point is like flat and it's just like a sheer surface, and then you also make that like dependent on lining up with like another like wrist joint on the other side, whoever does that deserves to be fired and like just kicked out of the industry entirely. Absolutely unforgivable. Yeah, every single wrist. Yeah, these kits are like, it's horrendously bad. Goodbye, trooper. But boats and sinking islands lore, so I put up with it. Well, I guess that's the one thing with pirates, though, is like the pirate faction, you have to deal with those things. All the other, well, I guess not even really, because like with pirates, unless you're using the actual like pirate models themselves, there are resin sculpts, like for the Dutch, right? Those aren't gonna break unless you like physically break the model. It's one piece. Which at that point, you know, fine, whatever. Also, speaking of which, I'm almost done with the Dutch Commander. All that brown is going to turn into yellows, different kinds of yellows. And then that sash is probably going to be like bone color. So right now he looks kind of monotone, but as soon as all that turns into different shades of yellow, I think he's really going to pop out. Like, I love that green, man. God, that green's so good. Probably not an appropriate color, but I don't know. As a captain, I guess it'd be like, yeah, man, this guy can afford whatever he wants. I don't care. I don't care. I was very impressed with the Northern Tribe on 3D prints. I was very rough with them. Yeah, right. I think that their resins are great. I'm excited for them to expand and make more of them, because they've been doing this plastic kit thing. And I don't think the plastic kits are necessarily like... I really appreciate what they're for, if that makes sense. Because, like, when you think about, like, what the plastic kit represents, it's supposed to be, like, a cheap option for somebody to get into the game. So, like, if somebody wanted to play Blood and Plunder, you could buy the $35 box of natives or pirates or whatever it might be, and you can build anything with it. So you get 12 dudes for 35 bucks. You know, it's, like, roughly... I said 12, so 12, you figure like two-ish bucks a model, right? 24, no, I'm sorry, about 3-ish bucks a model, give or take. It's like 250, I guess, like 250-ish bucks a model, which is not, it's pretty good, honestly, especially with a plastic option to customize. It doesn't do anything for me, but I know some people go crazy with that kind of stuff. Which is always my rule of thumb, is like whenever you're buying a kit, like obviously GW's obviously like in some ways it kind of defends some of their behavior, which I hate because I hate that company with a passion. And whenever you buy a box of models, I always like to look at it as opposed to like, oh yeah, it's $80 for 10 dudes or whatever. It's to actually like divide it per model, because if you're going to buy them individually, you know, it'd be less. Obviously, it's more of like an upfront investment, investment if you want to call it that. So like, that's always something I try to think about. That might just be me. Okay, so I know that this kit has options for essentially a very wide range of uniforms, because the Hussar and also Dragoon uniforming became uniform in like 1809. They used to just kind of dress whatever. They used to just kind of wear whatever they wanted. And then like Napoleon was like, okay, well we can't have just like a bunch of people running around wearing different uniforms because they're gonna get shot by our own dudes. So all the major nations started to like create uniform regulations. So when you look at, and again, nobody cares. It's fine. I'm about to talk about history, so if anybody's not interested, just kind of tune me out. I don't know where that piece of paper went. Filthy button counter. I'm not a button counter, I'm just telling you about the uniforms. Yeah, so like in 1808, they wore these. I love these helmets. These got kicked out. It's called the Trenton. I'm sorry, not Trenton. Tarleton. You can't read it because it's backwards. But the Tarleton is this like kind of cool mohawky type fuzz attached to a tin helmet, I think. Yeah, and then they had like different versions of it based on like where they were located and stuff. So all of the different regiments would have different like styles, right? Because they were in the process of being re-equipped, I guess is probably the best way to put it. So the best thing you can do is like pick one wherever you want to, wherever you're playing, right? Because when you're doing Napoleonics, it's always like a, I guess kind of like a, I don't want to say a crapshoot, but it's always kind of like you want to make sure you're at least somewhat historically like, I don't like whatever. I like to keep track of that stuff. As Jeff is making a comment about the button counting, I will never blame anybody for just building the models. I just like to be lore accurate. And then they had a transitionary period, which was, yeah, like around that like 1812 time period, where they were kind of like, they were wearing a little bit of everything because not everybody had enough of everything to like wear for the new regulations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just literally pick whatever regiment I was going to do. So I was thinking I was going to do, I think it was the 15th, because the 15th Light Dragoons became a Hussar regiment, because they were called like the King's Own, which is the one I thought I was going to do, because as you can see, it goes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then it skips 15 because it technically becomes a Hussar regiment, which I've always thought was kind of fun. That regiment actually still exists today. I believe it is I think it's like a tank company. He didn't lose that paper. Does that have the Brits on it? This is the one that came with the horses specifically. Yeah, the British ones. So it's over there somewhere. I'm trying to keep them all together, all the Napoleonic stuff. So I guess I really can't do that because of the fact that they might have just been equipped differently. They might have been more equipped like heavy dragoons, which are the French would call like a cuirassier. A cuirassier. And they switch the types of jackets. So the only reason this really matters is that they do switch the jacket type. And then they switch the hats because they go into the shako, which is this one. This like square, or it's not really square, but the like top hat looking thing. And then they stop wearing hats like this. Corsair. That's not the right word, because it's supposed to be based on the armor they were wearing, which is a cuirass, I think is how you say it. A cuirassier. Jumping used before the state demonstrations. Anyway, there's a lot of history in this stuff. The Perry miniatures are great. It's cool that they give you all the options. So I guess I'm just going to pick one at random here. I'm going to go with the 11th, because they served in the Peninsula, which is where the models are going to be based. So they're probably going to be like this kind of like dark blue with... I love the Tarleton. I think I want the Tarleton just because I really love it. I think it's such a cool helmet. You don't really see anything quite like this anywhere else. It's just a really fun helmet, and it was commented to be like, I think they said it's like the most handsome helmet of the period. I think it's like something. Yeah, the Tarleton, described as the most handsome helmet of the period, was still fashioned after 30 years of service. So people liked them. They were like, wow, it's very striking. It's like you don't see a helmet like that very often. So I think I might maybe do like a little bit of a mix, because the transitionary period, I guess my guys are going to be based in like 1809. I think is when peak Peninsular War was going on. Because the Peninsular War pretty much went on all the way till at least until Napoleon got kicked out the first time, because of the fact that the Duke of Wellington was actually coming up from up south. He was like coming out of Spain, and he was invading France from the bottom. From the Spanish ulcer, as they call it. I would like most of my stuff to maybe be based around the War of Victoria, or Victora. Because I'd rather play the British after Moore dies, because Moore made some interesting moves. So the Battle of Victoria was 1813. I'm sure everybody finds this very fascinating. Battle of Victoria was essentially where the French got kicked out of Spain, because Joseph Bonaparte, who was Napoleon's brother, is running away, and they get him. And it's like one of like the most like well-known military routes of all history. There's like paintings of it and stuff. It's really cool paintings. The British are just like running them down, and the French are like, "Oh my God, grab the stuff and run!" And the British were like looting so much that they couldn't keep up with the French, so the French got away. It was a super interesting fight. Every single time there's a Napoleonic battle, if the French lose, it's always because it's like, oh, some French guy didn't see something, got confused, and then just ran away. Jeez, all right. Okay, so this happens in 1813. So I guess as far as that goes, we're going to do a transitionary period. So we can kind of do whatever. That's cool. So is there another regiment we could do? Kind of like that one. Blue and orange. That looks pretty cool. That looks kind of sick, dude. Kind of sick, dude. During the Peninsular War, the 15th Light Dragoons, which were hussars. Context. It says the 15th Light Dragoons. I don't know what they want me to do, because the 15th, you can't find it. History of the 14th. Okay, so the 14th might have been there. The 14th light comes over there. Okay, so we're gonna do the 14th. That's so cool! Look at that orange! That's so rad! That's what I tell all my friends when looking at uniforms from the 1800s. Sick! Dude, you imagine if we went back to wars where everybody dressed up like it was a party? Just going out to a field and just like swinging and shooting at each other. We're having a great time! Yeah! Woohoo! You like the white hat. What white hat? Oh, you mean like the plume? The little plume? He's got a Tarleton. So I'm happy. I could go with it. Blue, orange. He's gonna be a Gators fan? Sheesh. Or are you talking about this guy? This guy? They were in India. We're not playing India. Who's even heard of India? Well then, make your own British India army. Damn glowing hats are the bombs. A shame it's too hot to enjoy them anymore. YouTuber, tell me last week that you can either pronounce it or not pronounce the O in possum. Opossum. Hats are the bomb. Everyone left. So I told him, uniforms back then were so cool, man. That's all I'm saying. You're the best. You have the best hair of all the fan base for Arachne. That was for you, Audio J, if you didn't know who she was talking about. I'm surprised those pages aren't stuck together. You're kidding. Hey now. Hey now. Hey. Okay, so I got the difference. So here's the problem, right? He's got to figure out what is what. So there's 4 legs here. And I guarantee you these are different kinds of pants. So this one has like thick lines on the side. So we better get our handy dandy notebook. Welcome to historical wargaming, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, these guys got big old fat lines on the side. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Big orange lines. See, this is what happens when function meets form, Painter J. You hate gaming. You hate everything that we love. This is how excited I get when I'm like, oh my god, I can make an army that isn't just sick as fuck. It's also cool looking. So this one must be the officer jacket specifically. No. It's not. I guess the officer is just the one that specifically has the plume in the side of his head. How do you know who the NCO is? Light Dragoon. Officer. They were used for speed.
Welcome to the Waterloo podcast. My name is Martin Aaron. Since the year 2000, I've been building a... It was probably Captain Tompkinson of the... being in French captivity as prisoners of war.
J split at the seams. Painting is okay with gaming. I love gaming. I'm okay with painting. Painter J, Audio J, so what do we call J that we used to live close to? Yeah, that's J Prime. I'm a gamer voyeur. I enjoy watching and supporting, but playing isn't as relaxing for me. I love that you can get into this much detail, but I would pull my hair out if I needed to go down that road. Well, this, like I said, this is completely pointless for most people. This is me. This is a me thing. I just like my stuff to
like
be...
one of your French hussars.
Just look at their little uniforms. They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, Painter Jays. This is all really quite pointless for like 95% of people. I'm just a stickler for the details. Okay, so he has an epitaph. So that must mean what that's the officer. I don't know what that is. I love history. Follow your joy. You're damn right. So the good news is that we only have to do 8 of these guys for now. Mike Body Paint Night. I'm just saying, if I could go to a costume party dressed as a French hussar, I would do it in a heartbeat. It'd be so fucking cool. Hussars were usually like kind of the pride of the army because they were the ones that like dressed up the fanciest because they would like go out on little adventures. Like, we're going to scout out the enemy army, so they would be the ones that would bump into like the local population first, and so they wanted to like look great so that people would be like, wow, the French army's coming, they look so cool. They were known womanizers. No one's stopping you from dressing up that way. Well, yeah, it's called no, there is someone stopping me. It's called the bank. Like, Dylan, you cannot afford this loan to buy a, and I quote, French Napoleonic uniform. Okay, so those do have epitaph. Are they all allowed to have it? Do they all have epitaphs? It's called living. Yeah, no shit. I let myself have one guilty pleasure. Thankfully, it's all-consuming. It's called miniatures gaming. You may have heard of it. So thankfully, you know, I only have to build 1,000,000 of these. And this is for Kara. This isn't even for me. It's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Yeah, it does sound a little bit like that, doesn't it? So it is my hope that when Blood and Bayonets releases, we will have armies ready to play. Tomorrow, Mike is not coming over, so Kara and I might be playing Port Royal live on the battle report part. Also, we are going to do a whip it out. It's been, yeah, but probably about 10 minutes. That's my intention, to do a whip it out. So if you are interested in showing something off, today's the day. I haven't been as good about doing it as I probably should, but you know, I'm just
Wow.
I'm just a bad person. Wow. Sorry. Sorry. And there's this thing. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a gun. That's what that is. That's a gun. I got it, guys. It's a gun. It's a carbine. It only took me like 400 looks at it. Like, I got it. No, I'm here. I'm up to speed. No. 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 No, I'm okay. No, I'm not eating while I'm streaming.
You just parked that cute little terrier of yours right here.
You know, enough, shore leave.
So, are you going to resist the siren's call, Audio J? The siren's call of fancy uniforms? What are you attached to? Okay, cool. Didn't glue. That's my favorite thing. So when I glue something and it doesn't glue, it makes me very happy. Attached to his belt, and the gun is probably attached to the horse, I guess. You got golden uniforms for you to work on. I don't know what that means. I know it means Bushido, but, I mean, how long are we going to play Bushido? Oh, I did find my Trench Crusade. I did actually find it. I cannot for the love of Christ find the rest of my Bushido stuff, but I found a lot of other stuff. He was in fact not happy. Longer than I'd played Blood and Bayonets. Really? You think so? How do you know? You don't even know what the game is. It's literally Blood and Plunder. Blood and Bayonets has ships. It has different ships. It has bigger ships. It's got cannonades. They're not taking it from you. It's in the game. It uses the same boats. Because there's different guns. It plays different. Alright, what do you attach to? Okay, it goes up against the bedroll. No, you cannot have a seamless transition from one game to the other, if that is what you're asking. Blood and Bayonets is more than likely going to be a convention game. For me. Like, I'm going to play it in my house with Kara, but it'll probably turn into mostly a convention game. Actually, that was not as bad of a build as I thought it was going to be.
A potato flew around my room.
There you go. First SR down. Or Light Dragoon down. Potato flew around. The parents have been. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, the only thing I don't understand is I don't know what these are. That looks like that looks part of like a blanket. These must just be like extra pieces you can add. New subscriber. Thank you for the follow, B Wang Wako. Oh, he's on YouTube. I should probably put this on multi-stream. Thank you very much for the follow, man. How are you doing this lovely day? I have it on multi-chat, multi-stream now, so I can probably see what you've been saying. If you've been talking and I haven't said anything, sorry. I can see what you're saying now. I don't know what that part's for, so I'm just gonna leave that be. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see it. Victrix, no, these are the Perry. These are the Perry brothers. Victrix ones are also good, though. The 10-year-old Vine. Yeah, Perry ones are good. I like them. I'm a fan. Okay, so we'll do the whip it out. So if anybody's put stuff in there, we'll do it here right now. Then I'm gonna do these. I believe these are the French infantry commanders, and then we'll keep working on light dragoons. Tenderless, yeah. Yeah, letters, I'm okay. I can do that for sure. If that's what you're interested in. If you're still here. You see, that's what I love to see right there. Yeah, Painter J outdid himself. I think those woodland ones look fantastic. And it's starter box of what, 24 models? Alright, so this is Brandon from Brandon I don't know, the Bourne? It's the Bourne. It's Brandon Bourne. Bourne Studios, whatever you want to call it. I know that they do war dolls and all that stuff. If you're curious about an all-female driven podcast, you have War Dolls. Steph is great. She's an absolutely phenomenal person. Definitely go support her if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I've actually not listened to it. It's just one of those things I just haven't had time. I haven't actually been listening to my usual shows anyway. I used to like listen to every single episode we did for Arachne, and I just haven't had time to do it since my commute is so much shorter. But yeah, obviously it looks great. Brandon's a fantastic painter. Star-Lord is probably one of their better models, I would say. But this is definitely like an earlier... This is actually like a whip. You can tell it just by the jeans. And the fact that a lot of that stuff starts to pop out, like the hair. It looks like it gains... Maybe it might just be an angle thing. He might have sharpened it up a little bit, but... Yeah, the jeans definitely change up on that shot. This definitely just looks like a base coat, but probably with like maybe a contrast. And then he definitely sharpens up the non-metal metallic. And the smoke. Looks phenomenal. Yeah, Brandon, I've actually talked to him in person about his color saturation stuff. He is very resistant to ever using white as a highlight. Which is something I tend to agree with, unless I'm painting black. I tend to agree with him. I think if you start adding white, it loses some of the color, which some people love. I don't think it makes it look bad, it just makes it look different. His non-metal metallic's really good. No doubt. The guns look great, the helmet looks great. Yeah, it obviously looks really good. Brandon's obviously a phenomenal painter. This guy we met in the airport on the way to Adepticon looks like Coot and Dud's brother. No. Nope. I don't think you were with me when we bumped into him at Adepticon. Him and his wife do a lot of Legion. They do a lot. They're real big Star Wars fans. I bump into him at every Adepticon. They're great people. I don't think you were ever with me when I bumped into him. But he's bald. He's usually always with Steph. So he's always like with her. So you probably wouldn't have seen him by himself, because they usually play all the team events. And they do like trivia and stuff together. They're very much a couple. They're very much like a pair. You usually don't see one without the other. Yeah, Born Minis. They have a Discord channel they're great. They're great people. He's obviously a phenomenal painter. He's pretty good at the game. He won Best Painted for Blood and Plunder C tournament with his voodoo, like, Haitian sloop undead ship thing. So you might have seen his ship, because it was also in the Great Pirate Paint-Off. He got second in the Great Pirate. It's funny because the model that won the... Oh no, I'm sorry. I think I got it reversed, because I think the flute that won Best Painted at Adepticon got like second place, I think, in the Great Pirate Paint-Off, and then they switched. And I think Brandon won Best Painted on the website contest. And then Adepticon, I think he didn't win, but I think everybody said he pretty much got second. But yeah, they're good people. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, they're great people. Indeed. And Steph apparently hadn't really been exposed to the hobby before Brandon, so she took to it like a fish out of water. And then their daughter's getting into it too. She's like real young. I think I don't even think she's 18. I think she was like young blood, so I want to say she was like 15, 16, something like that. They were on here. I had them as guests on the Twitch one night. And well, actually more than once. They're the only ones that have been on here twice, actually, now that I think about it. But anyway, yeah, fantastic paint job as always. Non-metal metallic's great. I love the leather especially. He's got really good like defined volumes on the leather. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, and then this is Painter J's Woodland Tribe stuff. It obviously looks phenomenal. What did you use for the skin color, Painter J? The leather is very good. For both of these, this too. Like the actual, like, Indian, well, I say Indian, Native American, like, skinned leather stuff. Yeah, that looks really good. He said he did that non-metal metallic on the gun. You're like, I'm not going to do as much as you. That's almost exactly the same I do. Dark purple, burnt orange, warm flesh. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that. That's not what I would have done, but that looks fantastic. Dark purple on the skin, huh? You cheated? Cheated? All my skin recipe tones are the same. How do you cheat on the guns? Dark purple. Apparently everything's purple. Pale yellow. We do own dark purple, yes. Buy now. You must buy. It's actually one of the ones that I've accidentally bought more than one of, I think. I think we have more than one. I don't well, whatever. Whatever. Just push towards different midtones for different skin tones. Yeah, that makes sense. Do we have pale yellow? Is it pale yellow from Monument? Need this. We have sunny skin tone. Sunny skin tone's the same thing. I did 3 colors on the gun. No blending. Blue, black, warm gray, then white. Yeah, I mean, that's almost what I do. Yeah, the guns are super easy to highlight. Because I do black, blue, black. I mix it with a little bit of like a blue. Maybe I do like one more layer than you. Like maybe. Because it's like, it's black, blue, black. Mix a little bit of Lothern blue in with it. White, and then pure white. So maybe 2 extra layers. Not a big deal. Yeah, skin tones are not too difficult. I think I think he's right. If you're doing skin tones, as long as the mid tone is different, the upper part really doesn't matter all that much. Burnt orange, baby. That's that Scrag Brown, baby. Scrag Brown, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Fryman? I love burnt orange. It's one of the best colors on the earth. It's got so much utility. I love it. I learned from watching oil painting tutorials to make it click in my head. You're a little intimidated to paint natives. Well, it's different skin, because they're more red. The red man. I'm intimidated to paint anything but pale white people. Well, I'll help you, Carrot. It's fine. Yeah, but anyway, the point I was getting to. Yeah, these look great. The blue and yellow looks. It's obviously a fantastic color combination. I love the face paint or body paint, whatever you call it. So you went really heavy on the rifles, huh? Oh, these are pre-sculpted. The rich white still loves. This is the Penesses. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to say the word. Please don't make me say the word. What colors did you use for the leather? I hated painting the details on the sashes and side bags because the details were too shallow to paint well. Yeah, that's fair. I could see that. I also love poor people. I treat them very well. Pants are green, brown, and khaki. Green, brown.
Penises.
The penises, yes. Yes. I don't want to say it. Don't make me say it. Green, brown. Alright, I do have green, brown. Sick. Snake bite leather. Well, you can paint them however you want. That's actually that's the fun thing though, is he actually painted it like Native American, like tanned leather, because it actually is more of like that pale color. Oh my god! I just saw the anagram. Help. Anagram. Yeah, everything's units of 8. Was this a commission? Mr. Painter J, are these yours? There's the commander. I wonder what he's pointing at. Reach for the sky. I'm kind of obsessed with contrast and speed paints at the time. Did somebody else add something? Nope, just want to fulfill my need in the cupboard. Yeah, the bases look phenomenal. Yeah, I should have said that. Sorry. Yes, the bases are obviously. Blood and Plunder has the detailed wooden plank bases, but when you're playing natives, I mean, they're probably going to be playing a land game. Would you play this game with me since you have a painted army? You fuck. Indian in the cupboard. That's a really good answer. Oh my god. You would entertain the idea of playing it. Excellent. I'm playing the English, so we could do King William's. Well, actually, you just need King Philip. Or King Williams. You could just get King Philip. Boom. You probably have a full army right there. He's got a really good model, too. If you have leftover wood bases, I'll buy them off you. Yeah, the yellow and blue looks phenomenal. It's a trap. Yeah, these are the wooden bases. He just put texture on them. If you want more bases, the hobby bunker in wherever the hell it is now. I keep forgetting the town it's in. It's not in Malden anymore. Just north of me. It's like 10 minutes away from me. They sell 20mm bases on sprues. They're not wood. They don't have the wooden texture, but you can get. But they have like 20mm bases, which I'm gonna use for Blood and Bayonets. Wakefield, yeah, Wakefield. You just want the texture ones, yeah. Anyway, yeah, these obviously look phenomenal. The skin by itself is what makes it sing. And then Kara, she painted a...
You are a 20mm base.
Wow. Kara painted a... I keep forgetting what the name of this unit is. The Obaki. It's the one that if it's on a high surface, you get free shoots. Free shoots. Cyberpunk. Tiger Claws.
Would you care to join my following? No, sir. I do not follow.
It's going to take me 500 years to find this. I've actually been getting excited about Cyberpunk. Like I've been feeling like more excited about it than usual. Just because, or well, even more, I guess, because I'm really excited that there's actually a game coming out that I really want to play. Yeah, it's gonna take me forever to find this. Whatever, it doesn't matter. According to Dr.D's podcast, Rufus stated that the base size doesn't matter. Not really. There's definitely some... some of the bases. Yeah, that's what happens if you don't stay on top of them. According to the podcast, Rufus stated that base size doesn't really matter. Kind of. There's a little bit of room for interpretation. One of the things about Napoleonic gaming is there's something called frontage, which really is one of the main discussion points for different Napoleonic games. As long as they're like on something kind of close, I don't think people are really gonna care, to be quite honest. I got your 20mm base. Wait, no. According to doesn't matter. If you come and play Dr. D, you will need to also play me. She looks really good. I'm very happy with her. The contrast magenta really pops. Yes, I agree. And then I did the basing. I did with the papers and stuff. She was very excited about the hair. So there we go. That's a whip it out. I also did some specific highlights, like under skirt hem. Yes. Isn't it nice when that happens? Yeah, you need to. Did you? I don't think we've put your Cyberpunk stuff out on any of the shelves yet. We gotta give you a shelf spot.
When a good time turns around, you must whip it. You will never live it down unless you whip it. No one gets away until they whip it.
Whip it.
You just parked that cute little terrier of yours right here.
You know, enough, short leave.
When a good time turns around, whip it. Whip it. You guys are silly. You know that? You guys are real effing silly, and it kind of upsets me. I'm not gonna lie. When a good time turns, the cream sets not too long. So I built a guys. Listen to this, okay? While this is drying. I built a model today. I built a model, based it, and then primed it in record time. You're never gonna believe what it is. You are never gonna believe what it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. You guys are gonna be like, Guy, you're crazy. And I'm like, yeah, that's how this works. It's something that you've always wanted. It's Piet, who's definitely leaking resin. I need to put some green stuff on this to seal that up. I definitely shouldn't have primed this yet. I made a boo-boo. I was rushing because I really wanted to paint him. I forgot that I had to do that. But it's fine. I'm just kidding. This isn't actually what I was talking about. It's this guy. His name's Darth Maul. Woo! It's a Star Wars. I did it again. Everybody's wow. Did you also have Jake print some models for? No, it's a Firelock game. It's a Firelock model. It was probably rushed because of the Labor Day thing, but there's definitely a leak in the main cast of the sculpt. I just gotta seal it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, because the primer definitely didn't seal it. Not a big deal. It's whatever. And then nobody cares, but I got William Kidd. William Kidd, one of the weirdest pirate legends that has ever lived. This guy never got a break, but he was also a fucking asshole, and probably deserved his pod racing, and probably deserved everything that happened to him because he was kind of a dick. Yeah, so I have Syndicate Mall. There's a saber right there. But I asked you that question, and I wanted to have one ready. Stick it in the sun. That's a good idea, actually. Oh, my name is Captain Kidd.
My name is Captain Kidd as I sail, as I sail. My name is Captain Kidd as I sail.
Yep. Captain Kidd, man, you want to talk about a career? What a guy. Adventure Galley, really interesting ship. It was also like a pile of junk. Apparently, it was leaky the day he got it. That's what happens when the government pays for your ship. What a sucker, working for the government. Ugh, what an idiot. Lowest bidder. Lowest bidder, am I right? He went on quite the little expedition, didn't he? Sailed around to hunt pirates, didn't really find any, decided to become a pirate. What a guy. Allegedly. He said he was bullied into it. And kids, that's why you don't conform to peer pressure. Otherwise you'll become a pirate. And then you'll get hung upon your return to London. Did he try to take out a pilgrim fleet? Is that what he did? He got accused of pirating a pilgrim fleet? Should I sing Captain Kidd for another record? Yes. Yes, you should. Yeah, anybody who's not aware, you should sign up for Endless. His name is David, if anybody was wondering. Sign up for his Substack and to his other... What's the other account thing? Where you put your music? Is that the Substack still? Because he actually does record it. He records the music himself. And he's got some pretty good ones on there. It's also the Substack. Okay, yeah. So if you go to Midwinter Gaming, I think is what it's technically called. Hold on. You can't post links in the thing. Let me see if I can find your thing. Midwinter. Because I was reading your stuff yesterday. Or 2 days ago. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of stuff for Legion. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, it worked. Holy crap. You're welcome. Yeah, link works. Yeah, he has a lot of Legion stuff going on right now. He was doing his Shadow Syndicate stuff, which I thought was kind of interesting because he said that he was going to go one direction and then he decided to kind of switch it up. He goes into the meta of Legion, so if you're into Legion, meta, he talks about it. I didn't understand what the hell half of what he was talking about was, but I was like, okay, sure. Clearly this is somebody who pays attention to this stuff. Alright, are these uniforms the same?
Good night, Dr. D. God bless us, everyone.
Good night, David. Goodbye, Endless. God bless us, everyone. I guess we should just focus on Hussars. 4, 5, 7, 8. Ooh, look at that. I finally got to play Peak. From what I understand, I did okay. I managed to get all the way to the last biome. And then I did a jump and didn't hold down shift. And then I fell. I died. In the lava. But what a neat little game. What a fun little game. The floor is in fact lava. Yeah, it was definitely. The Culvern, is that what it was called? I would like to play it again. One day. When I just have random quantities of time where I can play video games. I really want to play Red Dead. I really want to play Red Dead 2 and actually finish it this time. I love that game. Red Dead 2 is, I would say, probably, it might be the best game ever made. It is an absolute masterpiece. Absolutely a phenomenal game. The Kiln. Yeah, the Kiln. I would say the one downside of the game is that it's not like a game. It's like just a little too long for like a quick like, oh yeah, I'll play one game before I go to bed kind of thing. It's like if you do well, it takes like just a little too long. Not to say it's not good, but it's, you know, it's not one of those games where you can be like, oh, I'll play one match before I go to bed or whatever. Like, if you're doing well, it's going to take a little time. It takes like an hour. I've done like 3 back-to-back climbs. Well, how long did it take you, though? I'm not saying it's not a fast game. I'm just saying if you're like, oh yeah, let me play a quick game before I go to bed or whatever. A what? Right. Exactly. It is not a. It kind of like to me anyway. It resembles a game where you're like, oh yeah, I'll play one match before I go to bed or whatever. You know, you could like jump on like a Call of Duty and play like one Battle Royale. One Battle Royale, and you're like, oh, well, okay, go to bed. When we played with the no player limit mod, we took like 2.5 areas to get to the lava area. Obviously, that probably is longer than it should have been. Because I think we started playing at like 9:30, and I think we stopped around. I guess it must have been like midnight. No, it was like 11:30. Yeah, it took us like 2 hours to get to finish, and we got to the last area.
Look at that booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, back up the booty, I need the booty, I like the booty, oh what a booty.
I think it's time for Mudang to be changed. She's not relevant anymore. Like, maybe I'll do a climb after I'm done with the stream, just to kind of relax. But you see, this is my eternal conundrum. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at 2 models that need to be painted. and it's like, what should I do? That many players stretches the items too much. People were hungry a lot of the first time. But yeah, that I wouldn't doubt. I was actually kind of shocked at how much food we bumped into. We do 1 hour. I can maybe do 1 hour 20 solo, depending on whether I get Tundra or Mesa. I was informed that Tundra is harder. Although it does sound like Mesa is a pain in the balls. Actually, now I'm thinking about it now. Kara, it's literally a game about climbing, and I just got hit with a flashback of us playing Diggy Dig, and how you when it comes to climbing, you're very good at going in one direction and not so great at going in the other. I was just thinking, like, maybe Kara would play. Maybe that's not a great idea. I have all the items and no need to worry about food. You do need a lot of co-op. That's true. We should play Red Dead. Red Dead Online. That would be fun. Be a cowboy. Cowgirl.
I'm not a cowboy.
Yeah, I know. I know. I really wish I could get into one of those live play, or those like role play servers. I don't have the time for it, but I did try. I did try for a couple months. I hate building models. Oh my god, I fucking hate it so much.
The thing about Mu Deng, he's got the best coloring smiling face.
Does the scout leader, does he does he like physically abuse you when you're playing by yourself? I did not bump into the scout leader while we were playing, but I saw his model in the airport, and I was like, that is terrifying. That is a scary looking thing. What would it take for you to teach Scott how to paint on stream? Scott? I don't know, like a couple subs, I guess? I don't know, like $50. What do you think of that? He doesn't show up in solo. Okay, that makes sense. I will say, Grayson is a effing machine.
Scout leaders are.
That boy can climb. I was running along with Dakota. I thought we were going at a fairly decent clip. That mother trucker was trucking. There's one item, the scout leader's whistle. That one is very helpful. Oh, what does he do? Teach me your ways, oh great salami. I got your salami ready. Helps your movement. You will get places faster. Oh, that's cool. 200% blow it immediately. But the other leader's not. Alright, Kara, we get it. Enough. I got your salami ready, pal. We bumped into the friendship bugle. I thought it was funny as hell. Friendship bugle. Rope that defies gravity. That was interesting.
Oh, Dr. D, you have so little faith in me.
Oh, Wilmar. I don't know if you saw it. I don't think you were here yet, but I did get this. It did show up. The Western Fed starter. I'll probably start working on it tomorrow. Or maybe today. If I finish all the Hussars, I'll start working on it next. I don't know what else I need to build. I think for as far as Blood and Bayonets goes, I think after the Scots Guard, or the Black Watch, as soon as the Black Watch gets put on the bases, I think for the most part I'm good. Sabrina Carpenter. It's not happening. Cannon's great too. The cannon. They were Grayson and Dakota seemed not so on it. They didn't seem to like the cannon. We bumped into it a couple times, and every single time they left it, and they were like, "Yeah, let's not worry about it." They built super. Yeah, they're great. Yeah, it's like arms and stuff. Yeah, it's great. And then you just put it on the base. Yeah, big fan. Big fan of that. They hate fun. They hate fun. Oh my gosh, I thought Grayson loved fun. Oh, did you go to the tournament yesterday? You said you went there with a couple AO people, right? Rich, Andre, and you went. How'd you guys do? Tell me the deets, girl. Andre got the spoon. Well, did you guys have fun, I guess, is the actual question I'm asking. Okay, great. Yeah, the Infinity community is great. There's a couple people who are, you know, every community has like their problem people. I don't actually think that Infinity has problem people as much as just people who are just maybe a little more annoying. But everybody's great. Even the annoying people are fairly nice. They're just not people I'd want to hang out with consistently. And that's like maybe 5% of them. The rest of them are all fantastic. Like, they'd be people I would, like, hang out with very regularly. In which case, I do. Here's my problem, Perry keeps looking at me seductively in tournaments. Well, the good news is I'm not going to your tournaments anymore, so you don't have to worry about it anymore, Mike. Yes, they do. They do think quite a bit. There's a lot of thinking. I do not hate you. Yeah, like I said, for me to pick a problem person, I'd really be reaching. Like I said, there's definitely people that I would be like, I don't really want to hang out with you outside of this event, but most of them I would definitely go to like have dinner with. And there's a lot of thinking Infinity. It's probably why I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to. Oh, speaking of which, so I had that test done where I got checked to see if I was hexed or whatever, and apparently I am. I was like, ah, look at that. He's still fried. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I would hang with 85% of the meta. Yeah, I would too. Easy. 85% easy. Okay. It's never free.
Yeah, I got a monthly Patreon subscription to keep you hexed.
Wow. On Etsy? You said you got an Etsy curse. Oh, that's for the gun. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what that's for. And that one just doesn't have space. It was someone in Connecticut. It's a friend of mine. I doubled up. I'm like so hexed. Oh my god. I've been super hexed. Oh my god. of these online languages? No. Anyway, so Wilmar, are you coming over tomorrow, Wilmar? I know you're usually like day of kind of thing, but are you gonna try and come over tomorrow? Yeah, green is not your color. I think you look great in green, Mike. I think you look great. Yeah, just tell me as soon as you know. How pre-digest? I don't know what that word means. Your very blushed skin. Very judgy X. Mike, you've been telling us over and over again that you've never talked to a woman before. Are you implying that it's a dude? Is that what you're into, Mike? It's okay if you are, but you gotta be honest. You're a cop. It's not what a very judgy X said. Oh, interesting. fun. There's a lot of shipment out there. Sure. It's always Guy's fault. Not everyone can be at any. Yeah, I understand that. Not everyone can be like Wilmar or Scott. Okay, I was going to bed. Good night. Man, listen to that bass groove. Yep, no mic tomorrow. We have to find a way to survive. Okay. Did you build your you got your natives? Did you get your natives box, Wilmar? You still haven't got your stuff. I already got my stuff. Well, keep up the great work here. I might have 2 corporal's jackets. No. That's why I can't believe I had so much trouble with this.
Here comes your first buddy now.
What's up, guy?
Whoa, 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 Chief. How about
But
you
you
watch
watch
where
where
you're
you're
walking?
walking
How
here.
about you pay attention to where you're standing, asshole?
Says here you both like sports. Yeah, I like sports. Yeah, my team's the best. Yeah, the Jets. What did you say? Jets, J-E-T, Jets, Jets, Jets. You want some of this? I'm just excited. I'm excited, Wilmar. I'm ready to lose to you in another game. Oof. Yeah, Blood and Plunder. I'm saying you're gonna whoop my patootie in another game. I'm sorry I had to use that language. Here comes your first buddy now. What's up, guy? My new list is gonna give me whiplash for Blood and Plunder. I didn't know you had a first list. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Mike. Another game. Oh, I guess I did kill a bunch of ghosts in this ship game. You did crush me. You mean your new list for Blood and Plunder, Mike? Are you still gonna do that one that you showed off earlier? The one that was like only sailors? Yeah, it's slightly well, I would hope so, because that other list was illegal. The list was not playable. Although I'm sure you didn't know that. Obviously. Well, what did you put in? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, we make it illegal. That's good. That's a good first step. Good on you, buddy. Yeah, we do that. We do that here. I hate building models. Are you sticking with the flute, or did you decide to put it on a different boat? You stick it with the flute. Like, what does your new list look like? I imagine it's similar, but a lot of different directions you could go. Like, if you're gonna go cannons, I think you should probably go with the Master Gunner. The only issue with that is I think you get a bit of a diminishing returns if you're using two gun deck ships. Just because you can only use it on 2 boats. Yes. Yes. Excellent. You know what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably not going to do as long of a stream as I usually do, because I'm sure this is not the most interesting thing for anybody to watch. I think I'm going to finish these guys. I think I'm going to finish these Hussars. And then I think I'm going to get off, and I'm going to play a video game. What that is, I don't know. If people want to play Peak, maybe I'll play a game of Peak. Otherwise, you know what? Maybe I'll be a cowboy for a little while. You could peek? Alright. Let's peek. Wilma, I need you to know something, though. I don't dance. Unless I'm totally wasted. Oh no, is he not going to know the quote? You guys that enjoy building models, I don't know how you do it. Stuff drives me fucking bananas. You gotta finish this magic game, so don't wait for you. Well, I gotta finish all these Hussars first. I still got 3 more after this. They're not taking me that long. Each one's actually taking me a lot, not as long as I was thinking it was gonna. Probably be done in like 30 minutes. You're not gonna stay up that late anyway, are you, Mike? That seems a little late for you. Oh, you don't work tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow's Monday.
I don't dance. That's I'm
Totally
totally
wasted.
wasted.
All right, then let's get wasted.
It's from their live album. Alive. Is that what you guys are doing? You guys are in there playing Magic? You guys in there laying down flute tracks? You came into the studio and laid down a bunch of flute tracks? You mother piece of shit. Well, what are you doing here? What do you mean? Is that a trombone behind your back? These are going to be really fun to paint, though. Fancy uniforms. Something about them, you know? About a uniformed man. You know, as much as I do despise building models, I have to say, there's little that I find more pleasurable than throwing away a sprue. Like an empty sprue, all parts used. That's a good feeling. So the guys who made Mortuary Assistant video game, good horror game, by the way. Anybody who's curious, which nobody here was curious because nobody asked. And so they make these really decent horror games. I thought Mortuary Assistant was a step above. I thought it was very good. I thought it was better than most other games of that kind of type, shall we say. I thought it had a really cool premise. Anyway, they made a new game that just came out called The Lighthouse. Lighthouse, something like that. I think it came out today. And I've always kind of I always, anyone who's ever, you know, I guess I don't talk about this a lot, but I really like nautical stuff. So I really like lighthouses. I think they're really cool. And I was watching somebody play it. It seems okay. I don't know if anybody's into that kind of stuff, but if you like that kind of isolation type horror type stuff, I thought it was pretty good. It's definitely a story that's been told before. There's another version of the story that's been told before, with a bit more of like a I don't know the right way to put it. In the Navy, you can sail the seven seas in the Navy. I thought about joining the Navy. What's the word? Lighthouse. Yeah, Lighthouse Keeper, I think is the new one. There was one that was No One Lives Under the Lighthouse is the other one. It's kind of like a more like, it's like one of those like bad graphics on purpose type games. That one is also phenomenal. That one, I thought the story for that one was really, really good. I think this new one, the Lighthouse Keeper, the one that just came out, I think it moves a little fast. I think the weird stuff happens maybe a little too quick. It doesn't give it enough time to cook. I think the best horror games these days are games that force you to do regular stuff before the weirdness starts, because it lulls you into like a false sense of maybe not security, but you're definitely lulled into, like, your brain is distracted with kind of like something stupid, like making coffee or whatever it happens to be. There's like a million different like versions of that kind of gameplay. But yeah, if anybody's in that kind of stuff, it seemed good. In the Navy. That's one of the reasons why I moved up to Mass, because I like boats. If I had to guess, we're probably going to end at like 10:45ish. Mike, if you want to join us. For peaking. I've peaked, literally in real life, but... Also, we went to a new restaurant, or not new to us, I guess, called the Fox Den. Polish place, which is wild because I love Polish food. Also, fox themed. I love foxes. Absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. Art, like the decor of the place, I died for it. I loved it. I had a pierogi Benedict, which was a Benedict egg on a pierogi, which sounds kind of weird, but it wasn't bad. It's one of those things where I went to a Polish place, and I would normally get like one thing. I decided to try something new because it was on special, because we got there at like brunch time. I will never order it again. But I didn't think it was bad. Because I know for a fact that I'm going to go to that place again and again and again and again. Because they have a trivia night and a Super Smash Brothers night with Mario Kart. I was like, yo, I'm going to be coming to this place. Let me get something weird. Because I know I'm going to be getting the normal stuff. Okay, last one. I'm in the wind tunnel. Ah. Itchy head. You know, once I kind of got in the groove, these weren't too bad. I was expecting, for some reason, I was expecting them to be a lot worse. Just a lot of pieces to clean up. But overall, you know what? That wasn't the worst. I've built a hell of a lot of things that were a hell of a lot worse. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is going to do it. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Dr. D. Dr.D. And I hope you've had fun hanging out with me, helping me build all these godforsaken models, because I got way too many of them. Yeah, tomorrow we're either going to be doing Port Royal or we will be painting. We'll be painting something or another. Probably be cyberpunk related. That was another thing I was going to build. Is I can't paint any cyberpunk stuff because nothing's based, and I ran out of bases, so I got to make some custom ones. But these girls are definitely next, and I'm gonna probably work on a tutorial thing for Monster Fight Club because they did ask for an article. So I will probably do that. That's kind of I've kind of been putting it off. Another one of those things. Just too many things to do. But yeah. So guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'll be back in some form or another tomorrow. Appreciate it if you came hang out with us. But if not, I understand. I don't blame you. I would never ask anybody to do something they don't want to do. So guys, thanks for joining me. I will talk to you guys tomorrow or soon. And I will catch you guys there.